All right, let's go. Let's go. Nah, people. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. We have a good live for you today. As you see the title, Breaking XRP Mega Whales are back. Huge corporate buys exposed. XRP to $4,761. Let's see about that. So once again, salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. We're about to go live. For everybody, give yourselves a hand. Hold on, let me fix this lighting. Gotta fix the lighting. I'm looking all like I'm phasing in and out of the live. All right, give yourself a round of applause. Woo! Yeah. Y'all made it. Some of y'all on brokey mode and you crying because you sold your XRP, but that's all right. That's all right. You know, not everybody could handle the stress. It's okay if you use a BR as ISA. It's okay. It's okay. Let me share my screen as usual so you see what I see. I'm going to play a video for you. And this dude is real slick. We're going to go to your boy, Vinci, hating. I'm trying to be nice. Hating Bia. But he's a secret XRP pole slider on the low. Yeah. He's swinging around XRP's pole. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say pole. He's swinging around XRP pole, yet still trying to cap, still trying to front. Like, why are you fronting for, bro? So let's share the screen. Without further ado, I'm going to let you see what I see and let you hear what I hear. So we're going to play this video of your man, Vinci. Look at him. Looking all sad and pathetic too, right? Don't he? Don't he look all sad and pathetic? Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. Let me big screen it before I continue on to the rest of the people. All right? Oh my gosh, yo. I can't believe this. These the ills of going live. My freaking I'm just gonna play the video for now. I'm gonna fix it later. I'm gonna big screen myself in a few. Check this out. Listen to this, y'all. You notice he says, I'm going to show you how XRP goes to 4,761 this year. He sounds like he is hurt. He's hurt. He ass hurt for even saying it, right? But let's continue. Listen to this dude. See, he just can't stop hating. Look how he ties this in. And you know the sad part about this video? He's saying some things about the Federal Reserve that is very much correct. But he looks to tie XRP into it. This is what they do. This is how they give it up. Okay? Oh my gosh. I'm hearing that there's no sound. Let me fix that for y'all people. Once again, the ills of going live. The ills of going live. Now, we're going to try this again. Technical difficulties as always. Sorry about that, people. Listen to this. Tell me if you hear the sound, people. Let me know if there's sound.
Today, I'm going to show you how XRP is going to go to 4,761 this year.
Do we have sound now, people? Did y'all hear that? Do we have sound? Yes? All right. Now we cook it with fire. So let me rewind it again, because this bitch, I said I was going to be nice. I'm trying my best. But you know, because you know, people call me an XRP surfer. They be saying I be surfing on XRP dirt, like I'm Silver Surfer. But that's all right. These dudes, they doing even worse. All right, so check this out. Listen to them again. XRP to 44,761, right?
Today, I'm going to show you how XRP is going to go to 4,761 this year. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Vinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in this world. We've got a good show for you today. I'm going to be talking about XRP today. I'm going to be talking about how, I'm going to do some charts. I'm going to show you where it's going and stuff like that. But I want to show you guys something about XRP that's very important. What is it that I want to show you? Basically, what I want to show you is that XRP is effectively a fraud. Fraud against you, just like the Federal Reserve is a fraud. If you don't believe, do you believe the Federal Reserve is a fraud? If you don't believe the Federal Reserve is a fraud, a scam, then turn off the channel, go, watch TV, right?
You see how he's trying to tie in XRP along with the Federal Reserve? So he's saying something that's true. We know the Federal Reserve. First off, the Federal Reserve is a private organization. I need everybody to listening to understand that. The Federal Reserve is a private organization. I repeat, the Federal Reserve is a private organization. They're really not government. So how they have all this control, that's a whole nother live stream. But you see what he's doing? You see what he's starting with already?
There you have your reality, right? The rest of us wants to live in the real world. You can live in the matrix, okay? So go there, right? Go to television. Okay, so the Federal Reserve is a fraud because, why is it a fraud? Because it allows governments and corporations and people with lots of money to print money, and you have to go work for it. That's why it's fraud, okay? It's a centralized system, right, that is controlled by a few men. And then, underneath that, a few more men that give out the money, right? So that's the system of the Federal Reserve. I will show you.
Now, keep in mind what he's saying and breaking down with the Federal Reserve. It is all true. But watch his slick, goofy ass. Watch what his slick, goofy ass does.
I talked about something, how basically XRP and the Federal Reserve are basically the same. And let me show you, right? This XRP, first off, let's start off with some history, starting from ledger 1. Here's a detailed explanation. Right? This missing, several blocks, several ledger on entries, so 32,569. You don't need to know what happened. Technical huge. So that's another issue. But
you see? Oh no. Bishash Niza. You Bishash Niza. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need to know what happened. What? Fuck you mean we don't need to know what happened? Know why he don't want to say what happened? Know why he don't want to talk about it? Because with those transactions, they already broken down when it was being tested. Huh? You see how they be slick? That's why he got chewed up in that debate. Because he's a Bitcoin maxi, and he went against an XRP maxi. And that XRP maxi was killing everything he said. He couldn't handle it. And the next thing what I don't like, they act like Bitcoin, we don't have facts that Bitcoin was also created by the NSA and other governments and countries involved in it. But he don't want to talk about that. He quickly, they did this and it's missing block. Continue. Why stop? Let me tell you. First off, this dude holds trades, have a lot of XRP. His motto is, I don't buy it, love it, I just trade it. Shut the fuck up. Who you think you're fooling? This is a trick to get you out of your XRP bags. While you have mega whales accumulating, such as itself, right? They're accumulating all this XRP, and in the backdrop, telling you not to buy. But let's continue. Let's continue, because we're going to go deeper into that. Let's continue.
Right? You go, wow, they were just developing it, they made some mistakes. Okay. Whatever, right? Is a federated system more or less centralized than Ethereum? Right? And it goes and says, right, the federated system is generally more centralized than Ethereum, although both exist in the spectrum between essentially.
See, now this is the bullshit that I have to point out. Why are you using another crypto, XRP, and comparing it in your freaking, Chat GPT search to get the answer you want, and then try to use that to tie and lock it into XRP when you know XRP is a completely whole different system? Goofy. Y'all with me? Because I don't want to bore y'all. Okay? Let's continue.
Centralization and total decentralization. Okay, so what it's saying now is that you can't say that centralization is an absolute, yes, you're centralized, absolute, no, you're decentralized. This is true. One, because it's a sliding scale, to a degree, right? You have like Bitcoin, which is as far as decentralized as we possibly can make it, but it's not fully. There's no like, it's sort of like, is there an end to the universe? Not really, right? Is there, can you, what is one third, right, in decimal places? 3333333. Forever, right? You could only go to infinity, close to it, but never get there, right? Close to decentralized, but never really get there. And you can go close to centralized, but never really get there. Right? So it is a sliding scale, right? So where is basically Ethereum on that scale? Well, Ethereum is obviously less than Bitcoin, but it's also also less than a Federal system. Well, you're like, what?
Again, why are you still talking about Ethereum and your goal to make your point supposed to be XRP? I played that 4 minutes of caca. He talking to try to shit on XRP just to show and prove. So let's fast forward. Let the commercial play. How do you like that? Ripple commercial come up during his video. They talk about Ripple. You can't make that up. So listen to this now. Listen to him. This is where he get hot now.
Not only do I want another Federal Reserve, I'm not only going to vote for it, I'm going to take my hard-earned money and pay them for the privilege to print more and create more, have my wealth. Because 50% of it already exists in their pockets, not in yours.
So let me stop him right there. Listen to the bullshit. 50% of it already exists in their pocket, not yours. He's talking about XRP. You know the crazy part of what he's saying? Let me keep his goofy ass up here on the screen. You know the crazy part of what he's saying? Ripple did a buyback. Ripple did buybacks. They bought back shares of Ripple, the company, the stock, the private shares, right? And they bought back XRP. Same way anybody could do it. But he's talking about all this, the government and this man holding this and these men that run this system holding this. Who owns the majority of the freaking Bitcoin? Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Owns the most Bitcoin right now. Anybody know who Satoshi Nakamoto is? But forget that. What entity owns the most amount? What country owns the most amount of Bitcoin? The US government. Then you got a bunch of other governments, countries that own Bitcoin, right? Then when you go deeper, you get to learn a bunch of banks own high amount of Bitcoin. All this shit he's talking, decentralization, this and that. Who owns? Hold on, bear with me, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Because they think we stupid out here. This is the current price of Bitcoin. Let's go to Bitcoin. We're going to open up another window for Bitcoin. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay. Now he talk all that about our Bitcoin. There's a certain amount, none could ever be made again. Blah, 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 blah. 90-something% of Bitcoin is already minted. Okay? When the next halving come around, the majority of those mints will be in Satoshis. Let's keep it real. Not even whole Bitcoins. So that's a good thing. So the max supply is supposed to be 21 million. Matter of fact, let me change the screen view. Hold on. There we go. 21 million BTC, Bitcoins, right? The circulating supply right now is 19.89 million Bitcoin. Okay? Now, this is supposed to have a 2.37 trillion market cap. How did that get there to that price? We already know because of Tether. We know that for a fact, right? Stay with me here. The majority of the people, regular people on the planet, do not own Bitcoin. It is governments, banks, and large institutions. The very same thing that this goofy say he's against. So being that they own the majority of the Bitcoin, they're able to manipulate the price, especially with the Bitcoin spot ETFs. I'm jumping the gun. If y'all would allow me to cook, if y'all want me to cook, put the fire emojis or just say keep on cooking. Okay? Because some people not able to handle this type of live stream, this realism. I don't care how good the project Bitcoin is. If you have these corporations, these major corporations owning Bitcoin, and these governments, these different states in America alone, plus the American government themselves, the same ones that y'all say y'all against, y'all should have done bought up all the Bitcoin. Shame on you that you allow these banks that had to start late in the game, they had to use trickery, skullduggery, by having a shell company. I want to call it a shell company. They had to open up a different company, own that company, by the way, right? Like JP Morgan Chase did, and use that company to buy and mine Bitcoin. All that shit you hear Jamie Dimon, top CEO of Chase Bank, talk. They've been mining and owning it, and they made sure they went quite to the UK to do so. But not directly under the bank. Now through Trump, banks are able to hold custody, issue crypto. That's why they went real slick and said you could pay your mortgage in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Whatever we owe you, we got, you could give us that. We'll take that. JP Morgan Chase Bank. So the ones who hold the majority of said asset is the ones that are in control. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. So now, this F-boy, remember I told you, he's a secret pole swinger. You know them strippers in Magic City that be doing, they go all the way to the top of the pole and they slide all the way down and then lock their legs before their head slam on the floor and have all the people around just throwing money. That's him on XRP pole right now. But he capping. See, when he leave the strip club, he don't want to be a stripper no more. He act like he's regular Susie in college, doing her best to get by. And stripper, I wouldn't ever do that. But when the lights go out, he's swinging. He belonged to the streets at night. Okay? They secretly love XRP and tell you one thing and they do another. Stop playing with me. XRP. Now remember, we broke an all-time high, dipped down, and people are now buying the dip. Let's go into 7 day. I don't want to jump the gun. And just FYI, a year ago, remember, just 1 year ago from today, Bitcoin was 60 cents. So if you chose not to buy at that level, you're either stupid or stupid. And I don't care what nobody tell you. I don't care what price you get Bitcoin at right now. Buy it. Not financial advice. Buy it. Buy it now. The same way how he was back then, Da Vinci, the same way that cornball told people to buy Bitcoin at $1 and people didn't listen. I'm telling you, Get it at $3. I was telling you since 12 to 19 cents to get it. Y'all ain't listening. Some of y'all ain't listening. I'm telling you now, I don't care if it's 3 cents. I don't care if it's $3. I don't care if it's $300. Buy, buy, and buy. Stop playing with me. Tired of these goofballs coming on here and just talking out their asshole like it's sweet. Now let's deal with some XRP. So XRP, only 100 billion XRP is available. That's the max supply. Do not listen to this guy. They are not going to be making more, and they are not able to make more. Okay? Market cap currently 189.14 billion. Their market cap is now higher than McDonald's, by the way, and a few other companies. Okay? You know, McDonald's market cap is very high. Now, where we at? The circulating supply. I'm going to repeat. The circulating supply right now is 59.23 billion XRP. Do you understand? Look, it just went down a little bit. So from 320 to 319 now. Do you understand that you have people that are now priced out of XRP? Do you understand that? Let me calculate it for you. Okay? If you wanted to have 1,000 XRP coins right now with this current price, we're going to do this current price. We're going to do this current price. Okay? 0.19. You would have to spend $3,190. How much of y'all have $3,190 on deck right now? You don't. A lot of you don't. But had you bought it at, let's say, 19 cents, because remember it was fluctuating between 12 and 19 cents. So you would have only had to spend $190 to have 1,000 XRP. But you'll have people like this cornball who was buying it around that time. I guarantee you that. I could bet you that. Okay? And faking the funk and come on here and tell you what to do and what not to do. They have people, they are completely priced out of XRP right now. Stupidness, y'all telling me, yo. Done broke an all-time high. I don't know why CoinMarketCap does this. I got to get it on here directly. But it went up high as $3.65. I don't care if you bought it at its all-time high. But you know what? I'm going to go deeper into that. Let me go back to this dude. Let me calm down. Because I said I was going to be nice. Said I was going to be good. See, telling you people that saying, but XRP is cheaper. He's saying, so buy sats. Okay? Buy sats, Satoshis, fractions of Bitcoin. He don't want you to buy ZERPs, but he wants you to buy sats. For those who ain't down with the real crypto talk, ZERPs is what we call XRP. XRP. Remember, X in the English language is also pronounced as Z. So we call it ZERPs. ZERPs. XRP. That's the next word for it. It's called ZERPs. Right? The sats is the fraction of Bitcoin, which is short for the SAT. Sats is short for Satoshis. Okay? In XRP, when we say we're buying fractions of ZERPs or fractions of XRP, that is called drops. Get up on your crypto lingo. Each one have their own. Anything less than a Bitcoin is called sats, Satoshis. Anything less than an XRP, anything less than a ZERPs, than a ZERP is called drops. Soon, y'all won't even be able to afford drops of XRP or sats of Bitcoin. Stay with me here. Stay with me.
Doesn't even cost a penny to buy a sat. Bitcoin Satoshi. Here it is. All right, so I'm just gonna get to the point of doing some trades for you guys on XRP because you know what? I do believe in the statement: don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. So let's do that.
Look at you. He's telling you he's buying and dealing with XRP. Don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. You sound like a whore. So you just want to swing on XRP pole and use XRP. That's a whore. Like how she used a man. I'm just going to skip through all of this. So look at what this cornball was talking about, that XRP is going to go up to, all right, 4761. Listen to this.
Now, this is of course price. That means it's like approximately $5, right? And US dollars, I mean Chilean pesos. So that's what I'm measuring it in Chilean pesos. Since most of you know that I came from Chile, so I'm measuring in Chilean pesos here.
Goofy ass. Key. He thought that was so freaking funny. All right? He's saying the 4,761 is going to be in Chilean pesos, which will only bring XRP to $5. Let me tell you something. If you think XRP can't reach a $5 trillion market cap, you're either stuck on stupid or you're stupid. Whichever one, it don't matter. It's the same thing. Okay? They still going through with this godforsaken lawsuit. And look, they done broke all-time highs because it's not a what? Security. XRP is not a security, it's a commodity. The recent head of the SEC also said, come officially on record, that Ethereum, ETH, is not a security, it's a commodity. Then we have Bitcoin, which we know that they say it's not a security, it's a commodity. And it's not because of the SEC, is the ones that deals and rules over the Commodity Commission that jumped the gun and said Bitcoin was that. If not, the SEC would have still tried to push it as a security because they used to. Is when the Commodity Commission come into play and said, no, this is what it is, which cut them out. Thus, the SEC under Jay Clayton and then soon transition into Gary Gensler said, nah, we jumping on all these cryptos. We want to take ownership. We want to make it seem like they have to come in and register with us first, these cryptocurrency companies. That's how it went down. It's about power and control. So all this that's happening, all this that's going on, XRP will go higher. They don't want to talk about the secret deals that they have with Swift. Over 4,000 and something NDAs signed. I could go on and on. But forget me talking. See, that's what separates me from the rest. They like to just come on here and talk. I like to show you proof. Let's continue. Let's continue. We gonna get this work today. Y'all gonna be full. Your belly gonna be full after this live stream. Your belly gonna be full. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. So now, watch this. Watch this, y'all. We need to, let's get this dude out of here. Cornball, we get him out of here. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Sorry about that, people. Take a look at this. XRP news today. Could XRP join the ETF club? BlackRock rumors stir XRP bulls. As speculation grows around BlackRock's next crypto move, XRP bulls are fired up over the possibility of an XRP ETF just as the SEC appeal deadline approaches. XRP has outperformed much of the market in July, and with BlackRock rumors to be preparing an XRP trust, optimism is building fast. A favorable SEC decision on July 31st could further open the doors to regulatory clarity and institutional flow, with technicals flashing, bulls and Wall Street watching closely. That they should scratch that out, X that out, and put bulls and Wall Street stalking intensively. That's what should be there. XRP may be on the verge of joining Bitcoin and Ethereum in the ETF spotlight. Now, BlackRock XRP move, market anticipate ETF expansion. Remember when they were saying this with Bitcoin, and I told y'all there will be a Bitcoin ETF. Stock up on enough Bitcoin as y'all can. Do y'all remember when I came on here and told y'all that? Not financial advice. Anybody remember that? I told y'all stock up on as much Bitcoin as you can. There will be a spot Bitcoin BlackRock ETF. And it happened. This is doing all the same signs. I told you the same thing with Ethereum. The only reason why Ethereum one really ain't skyrocket the way it should is because they don't have staking. The one for Brazil does, and the other countries that have the XRP spot ETF, they does staking. And remember, if I'm not mistaken, we already have a Canadian XRP spot ETF. The spotlight is once again on Ripple XRP as speculation mounts that BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, may soon file for a spot XRP ETF following the success of its Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Offering BlackRock appears poised to expand further into the crypto ETF arena, and XRP could be next on the list. So you really believe? Hold on. Because I'm tired of these F-boys playing in our face. So let's look at this list. Let's look at this list right here. So you expect me to believe BlackRock got a spot Bitcoin ETF, which is the first largest cryptocurrency on the planet. The second largest cryptocurrency on the planet, which is Ethereum. They got an Ethereum spot ETF, and they're all reviving their Ethereum ETF so it could now have staking, now that we have a more pro crypto SEC and presidency. And we have now we have the third largest cryptocurrency on the planet, which is XRP. And you expect me to believe BlackRock is not watching this and don't have this in the works? Yeah. Again, you're either stupid or you're stupid if you believe that. Okay? One out of the two, take your pick. So, I believe BlackRock already have that spot ETF done set up in the work. Because for those who got short-term memory, let me remind you. Remember this? Remember this in 2023? Multiple sources confirm that a fraudulent filing for a spot XRP ETF using BlackRock's name was submitted to the Delaware Department of State in November 2023. Here's the breakdown. The false filing, a registration for an entity called iShares XRP Trust, appearing on the Delaware website, listing BlackRock and its managing director, Daniel Schweizer. I can't pronounce the last name. You get it. You see it there. BlackRock's denial. BlackRock quickly denied the filing, stating it was false and they did not file for an XRP ETF. First off, that's a lie. No, they did not. If anybody remember when I reported back on this in 2023, I'll let you know. I think BlackRock took 3 to 4 days before they said, hey, yo, no. Maybe 4 if I remember right. I got the live stream as proof. Right? Now the investigation, check this out. The Delaware Department of State referred the false filing to the Delaware Department of Justice for investigation. Nothing ever came out of this. Nothing ever came out of it. Okay? Nothing. Now this is my thing. Let me ask you something. Before I even ask you. Look, impact on XRP. The fake news caused a temporary spike in XRP and XRP's price before the information was debunked, according to the block. Check this out. You really believe you could just walk up, you regular Joe Smo, believe you could walk up in the Delaware office, pretend to be BlackRock, and file for an XRP iShare XRP spot ETF? Do you know the amount of paperwork, proof, and hands that shit gotta go to before it got approved? Because it got approved. The filing got approved. You think you could just walk up in there and do some shit like that, right? Huh? That's what you believe. I'm talking to anyone that's watching right now. You cannot tell me you that stuck on stupid. It's no way. It's no way. But somebody fraudulently did it, paid all that money, filed the paperwork, and got it done. All right, and y'all let it go through. What happened was that was information that wasn't supposed to get spilled. Okay? That's what happened. That's what happened. Delaware authorities reported the authors of fake BlackRock XRP filing to law enforcement. No one to this day have gotten caught. I want to repeat that. A bogus entity registration caused an XRP price to hike on Tuesday. BlackRock said it did not register an entity for an iShares XRP trust. The matter is now with the DOJ, Delaware Department of State, said. Okay, yeah, right. So I want to show you this chart. Okay, this is XRP, where it was, and just off of the BlackRock news of the filing, it spoke up high, a high spike. Did a large spike. I think a 12% spike in how many minutes? Matter of fact, the filing immediately picked up on the X users, including ETF experts, causing a brief spike in XRP price. The cryptocurrency grew 12% in 30 minutes before returning back to its previous price. This is the chart here of it. Okay? How is that possible? So if the filing that they pulled back on and said was fake could let the price surge 12%, you think that's just an easy feat to do? 12% in just 30 minutes? I'm going to repeat. 12% within just 30 minutes. You think that what you think going to happen? What you really believe going to happen when BlackRock announce the real deal? Because it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Okay? So I just had to show you that. They think we're stupid. Like I said, for all y'all that got short-term memories. Now let's continue on because I'm almost at my hour mark. Large investors often call whales in XRP. Okay. XRP's bull run might have ended at $3.65. Do not believe that, people. That is garbage. XRP is going to skyrocket soon. The deadline for the XRP spot ETFs coming in and the filings. BlackRock is going to make their appearance. They're going to reveal it. Now watch this. Let's look at the XRP whales. Whales buy $130 million worth of XRP, technical analysts and price scenarios. They're buying up the XRP. This is July 26th. This was yesterday. People. Okay? Just so you see. All right? Whales buy $130 billion worth of XRP. Whales, look at next article. Whales scoop up $130 million worth of XRP as price eyes $3.82. They're coming. Don't forget the whales in May 2025, right? XRP whales just moved $782 million worth of XRP. Okay? Come on. Look, I'm not even going to open the article. I'm just pressing it for y'all so y'all can see. Ripple News today. Whales gobble up $400 million in XRP. This one was in May. Whales purchased $900 million worth of XRP aimed market speculation. How much proof do we need? Let's go to quite February 21st, 2025. XRP whales make waves, massive 2 million tokens buy. 20 million token buy. So y'all still thinking this is a game, right? No one is showing this news, but watch this. Watch this. Because y'all could call me a stalker all y'all want. That's okay. Watch this. Let's go to on whale alert. 20 hours ago. 20 hours ago. This is the next one. 20 hours ago. 53,416,331 of XRP transferred from wallet to Coinbase. They're loading up their exchanges because soon, remember, I told you they will not be able to buy the XRP on the OTC market anymore. They'll have to buy it on spot. Some of them will be having to get XRP directly from the people who bought XRP. They will be renting your XRP. Yeah, I said it. Renting your XRP. That's on whale alert, people. Okay? That's whale alert. So if you think it's a joke, keep sitting back and playing games. Okay? Keep playing games and see where it's going to get you. They're all gearing up while you're playing games. Look at the next article just to rub it in. Just to rub it in. Because we're going to cook. Whale movements. What are they and how do they affect XRP? July 26, 2025. Ooh. Ooh. That's the whales. What are whales movement? Whale movement refer to activity conducted by individuals or entities holding large amount of cryptocurrency. This can include buying, selling, or transferring substantial volumes of assets like XRP. The recent surge in XRP's price is believed to be influenced by these whales, who have been seen acquiring significant quantities during market dips. Their actions often signal confidence and can create a ripple effect, no pun intended, a ripple effect in the markets, drawing in smaller investors. How do these movements affect market dynamics? The activity of whales can greatly impact the market sentiment. When they accumulate large amounts of XRP, it is indicated the anticipation of a price increase, encouraging smaller investors to follow suit. This can lead to an increase in demand and further drive prices up. Conservatively, when whales sell off their holdings, it often results in panic selling among smaller investors, leading to price drops. The influence of whales movements underscores the importance of monitoring their activities to gauge market trends. Now, to gauge market trends, excuse me. Now, it's important to understand a lot of whales are buying and they're not selling XRP, and they're buying at the top. They're buying at the top and not selling. Okay? You understand that? Look at this article 44 minutes ago. XRP whales. Look, I didn't even see this. I'm now scrolling down and I came across this. 44 minutes ago, this was posted up. XRP whales buy $519 million in tokens as NVT ratio hits. Yo, stop playing. No, your screen ain't frozen. I was just checking to see who's stupid or stupid. Huh? Yo, let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all I'm the source, I need y'all to understand I am the source. Okay? We gonna stalk these bastards. We on their ass. We on their top with no pause. We watching them. We're seeing them. We're gonna put our pennies with their dollars. Call me an XRP dick rider. That's okay. No pause. No pause. Ain't no pause. Okay? Do y'all understand the amount of generational wealth y'all are able to accumulate at this present point? Let me calm down. Woosah. Let me calm down. Let me do some dragon breath. Okay, I'm good. Let's go back to the article. Sorry about that, people. I said I was going to behave myself today. My bad. July 27, 2025. XRP news today. XRP whales buy 515 million in tokens as NVT ratio hits 4-month low, suggesting undervaluation. You can't make this up. XRP investors accumulate $419 million, over $500 million, okay, worth of tokens over 3 days, with NVT ratio hitting a 4-month low, suggesting undervaluation relative to the network activity. Analysts link whale accumulation to potential price breakout through 40% monthly decline in transaction volume raises questions about immediate utility. Technically, analysts highlights $3.17 support level, critical for avoiding bearish reversal, with $3.38 resistance key for suppressing all-time highs. Market sentiment remains cautiously optimistic, balancing accumulation trends with risk from sustained low transactions demand and regulatory development. What's happening here? They're confused. They don't know. They're not seeing much activity going on the network, but yet you have all these whales buying this up. That signals they know something that we don't know. Now you see, they say if it drops below 317 level, that's a critical level that they're trying to reach to avoid bearishness. Now, but watch this. Because they can't understand how is it, no matter what they say or do, the stuff keep changing. Because watch, right now XRP is at 318. But look how low XRP dropped when it took that dip. Let's go into 7-day. You see that? XRP, wait, let me get it on there. XRP had dropped. Oh my gosh, I hate this about CoinMarketCap. There we go. XRP had dropped to $2.99. You see that? You see that? $2.99, people. $2.99. So it already went below the dangerous price. Them whales had a field day. They say, yippee! And as fast as it dropped like that, look, you could see the time. It dropped like that at, where we at? 3:05 a.m. That is July 24th, 2025. We're going to stalk them now. Immediately after, by the time it reached July 24th, 2025 at 11, come on. Don't do this to me. At 11:20 a.m., it went back up to $3.25. Okay? I'm just the messenger. You see that? $3.25. So it went all the way to $2.99. They gobbled it up and made profit. And that was in the wee hours of the morning. Then it took a drop again. They eat up some more, dropped again to $3.03. Now we're in July 25th. Started rising back up, and it's going straight line for a few days now, right? Went up to 322, dropped back down to 318, and it's fluctuating. So this is already just in 7 days down 9.24%. And the whales are buying it up. Talk about price manipulation, huh? Yeah. It's all right here, people. It's all right here. So it already went down the dangerous, critical, bearish levels, and it didn't stay there for long. Moving on. Oh, we already over the hour mark. I'm still cooking, though. Y'all want me to still cook, right? Let's cook. Okay? Because we are about to enter a forever bull run. I know it sounds crazy, but it's coming. Remember, I told you that. XRP is going to skyrocket. All right? I don't care what pullbacks you see. I don't care what you hear. I don't care none of these cornballs, these secret. You know what some of these influencers remind me of? And I'm trying to be nice. That chicken head that be acting like she don't like that dude, but sneaking off, dealing with him at night. That's how they treating XRP. XRP is the best love of their life since Bitcoin. But they don't want Bitcoin to know that they cheating on them with XRP. These influencers are whores. Some of them are coming and apologizing to the people. And what, you know what? Let me calm down. I said I was going to be nice. I keep forgetting. Gotta be nice. Gotta be nice. Let's move on. 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 Was there something else I wanted to show you on this? Nope. All right. I think I need to still share this. Yes, it is more stuff I got to show you. All right. So check this out. Let me show y'all. My bad. XRP news today. Crypto founder claims U.S. Treasury secret agreement with Ripple since 2019. This article is July 27, 2025, by the way. Okay. XRP founder Chris Farina claims U.S. Treasury, IMF, and BIS secretly managed Ripple's escrow XRP since 2019. Oh my gosh, they're snitching. They're putting it out there in front of your face. They're putting it out there in front of your face. Okay? Ripple's 37 billion XRP reserves and recent moves like Fed account applications suggest institutional integration ambitions, though on-chain evidence remains absent. Remember, I told you the last article I just read for you, they're like, wait a minute, ain't that much moving on the chain. But you have all these whales buying it up. They just can't understand it. They got governments, they got institutions, they all gobbling up the XRP. What is it that they know that we don't know? Well, critics dismiss these claims as speculative hype, but supports view them as signs of growing institutional interest in XRP's cross-border payment utility. A confirmed Treasury endorsement could validate XRP as a reserve asset, contracting with ongoing SEC legal challenges and regulations, and regulatory uncertainties. You can't make this up, people. You can't make this up. You can't. You can't. But y'all ready for some dessert? Oh, because I'm still cooking. Oh, yeah. I ain't done yet. I've only just begun. And we at what, hour? Almost at the hour 10-minute marks. Okay? Now everybody talking Shalana. But what about Shalana? Which XRP outperformed Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Solana, and XLM. So what we talking about here? In a short matter of time, by the way. Number of XRP holders almost double within 6 months overtaking Solana. And this article was since June. Okay? This was since June. So what we talking about here, people? What are we really saying here? Do you not see the writing on the wall? Do you not see what's going on? Huh? Or is it just me? Don't they know something that we don't know? So you're telling me all these other companies and everybody else, they buying combined billions of dollars of XRP, and BlackRock is just sitting the largest asset manager, not damn near, they own everything. They just sitting back and XRP ain't nothing. Ripple, the company, that ain't nothing. Sidebar, you do know Google and Facebook owns XRP as well, right? No, excuse me. Let me not talk about the crypto. I'm talking about the company Ripple. You do know that, right? But if you don't know it, you know it now. Let me continue. So this is the thing I don't like about Da Vinci, bitch ass. I said I was going to be nice. Let's talk about it. One of our favorite billionaires, Robert Kiyosaki, slams ETFs for being paper versions of Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Okay? Kiyosaki cautions investors about ETFs, urging direct ownership of Bitcoin and metals. What is this? Why are you coming across my screen? No, thank you. Okay? This is July. This article is July 26, 2025. Robert Kiyosaki been spilling the beans. Now, remember, there's only a limited supply of Bitcoin. The same way they're doing the other ETFs, such like gold and silver, where they give you the paper version, that's going to boost up the price, yes, but there's not going to be the amount that they compare it to is not going to be the amount of the actual supply. And remember, it's spot. Okay? So all y'all XRP holders, some of y'all might want to get some of the XRP spot ETFs, deal with y'all trust and all that other stuff. I get it. But I just need y'all to know what's really going on. So investor and Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki warned investors to beware of holding Bitcoin, BTC, gold, and silver through exchange-traded funds, saying these paper-based instruments are no substitute for the real thing. Kiyosaki linked ETFs to having only a picture of a gun. Yo, this dude is wild and reckless with his mouth. Yo, let me read that again. Kiyosaki linked ETFs to having only a picture of a gun for self-defense, useful in good times, but unuseful in a crisis. That's a good one. He said ETFs have assets such as Bitcoin and bullions more accessible to everyday investors, but they don't give investors physical possession of the underlying commodity. That is true. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's why I keep telling y'all, get your hard wallets and get your crypto off the exchanges. Get your crypto off the exchanges, people. I'm going to say it again. Get your crypto off the exchanges, people. So, I want to read something for you, right? And I want y'all to stay with me on this one. Hold on. Let me get it right. Hold on, people. Bear with me. I want to show y'all something with Brazil. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We're going to have to put in a search in order to get this. And don't worry, I'm not going to gatekeep. I'm going to show you exactly what I searched. Remember, so you see what I see. Bear with me. So, you know about Brazil and their CBDC, right? Y'all should know about that by now. Before we go into that, though, I need to show you this. Because some of y'all out there getting scammed. XRP trading volume soars as new all-time high attracts deepfake scam targeting investors. XRP ranks among top trading asset as US and South Korea exchange drive trading spikes. This is since July 18th, 2025. So they're using AI deepfakes as Brad Garlinghouse so you could come up off of your XRP. Okay? That's it in a nutshell. I'm just showing you this article so you could go to it and, find it yourself. It's a pretty good read of the deepfakes. I'm not going to get too deep into it. But as the XRP price rise, all on Twitter, YouTube, and all these other channels, they got this showing Brad Garlinghouse, which is really not Brad Garlinghouse. This is imagery, but it's not him. And they're saying about this XRP giveaway, and they will match if you do this and you do that. You don't fall for that, people. Do not fall for that bull caca. Okay? Okay. Where are we? Let's go into some XRP reserves. So, did I show y'all this yet? No. Check this out. XRP gets its own treasury company. Look who's buying a $20 million XRP reserve. So you're constantly hearing about Bitcoin reserves, Ethereum reserves, and they're staying real quiet on the XRP. Well, Nature's Miracle, that's a company called Nature's Miracle, may expand its XRP exposures using equity issuance, strategic placement, and structured financial instruments. SBI Holdings and other firms previously dissolved XRP disclosed, I'm reading too fast, previously disclosed XRP usage, contributing to its emerging role in corporate treasuries. All the corporations, you're being priced out, people. A lot of y'all are already priced out now. Treasure's Miracle, a publicly listed vertical farming technology firm, on Wednesday announced plans to allocate up to 20 million towards a new corporate treasury strategic centered around Ripple's XRP. The company stated that it will use proceeds from a recently approved equity financing agreement to fund the purchase of XRP tokens with aims to treat cryptocurrency as a long-term strategic reserve. So let me help you out with this. There's a lot of companies, they will not survive, all right, without creating the XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum reserves. And a lot of them are accumulating a lot more XRP than they're accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum. They will tell you that they're accumulating the Bitcoin and Ethereum, but they will not speak about the XRP. It's just a few of them speaking about XRP. You have to stalk these bastards to find out what's going on with XRP. Y'all good out there? Y'all all right? I don't see y'all typing. Y'all good? Let me make sure. The decision makes Natural Miracle one of the first publicly traded non-financial companies to adopt XRP. I remember showing that there was a few companies that already did that was publicly traded. I don't know why they're saying, well, you know what? They said, you got to always read the wording. They said one of the first, not that they're the first. Okay, you see, you got to catch the wording. Currently, the third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization as a treasury asset. The company also plans to engage with staking opportunities and broader participation in the Ripple ecosystem, meaning they're going to stake their XRP and collect interest off of that. The company will live off of the interest. Remember, I said these companies and these other places that's taking too long and ain't get down with the get down will have to come to you to rent your XRP. They're going to be bowing down, kissing your feet, licking the dust up off your feet. You will be so important. These companies are not playing. XRP staking is going to be in a huge, big way. It already have it. You have to know where to go, where to put it on, but they're going to make it even more easier. So they could accumulate in the actual asset XRP. Okay. Okay. Y'all got that? The company also plans to, let me read that again. The company also plans to engage with staking opportunities and bordered participation in the Ripple ecosystem, meaning they're going to be buying other type of coins also that's on the XRP ecosystem. According to the release, the funding will initially come from capital raised. See, they gotta let you know where it's coming from. Raised under a registration statement on Form S-1, declared effective by the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. So they have permission to do so, people. They got the green light. Further XRP purchases may be financed through a mix of equity in issuance, structured financing, and strategic placement. A lot of y'all might not find this news important, but this is big, 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 big news. CEO James Lee attributed the move to increase regulatory clarity following the recent passage of the Genius Act, signed into law by President Donald Trump on July 18th, which has encouraged broadened corporate participation in the digital asset space. We see a huge potential of XRP as it improves the speed and reduce the cost of cross-border payments, Lee said. Nature's Miracle joins a growing list of companies engaging with XRP. In 2023, Japan's SBI Holdings announced the use of XRP in its international treasury operations, while other blockchain native firms have used XRP for cross-border liquidity and remittance flow. Spot high probability trading in seconds, not hours. Get breaking market. All right. That's it, the end of the article. See, I went through the whole thing just to show you, just so you know, right? So I want to show you this. So you know, we're going to go here. I'm showing you in real time. Should I show you this one first? Nah, I don't want to show you this one first. Yeah, let me show you this one. Brazilian firm Verge pioneers 130 million agribusiness tokenization on XRP ledger. Verge seeks greater efficiency, transparency in Brazil's agriculture finance through blockchain platform. Debut on XRPL. Do I even need to read the rest of this? Verge, a Brazilian fund management and securitization firm, has launched a blockchain-based platform on the XRP ledger to modernize the issues and management of agribusiness credit. According to a July 23rd statement, the platform's first significant transaction involves the tokenization of a BRL 7 million, which comes up to 130 million US agribusiness receivable certificate, which is known as a SRA, marketing a substantial shift in how Brazil agriculture financing is structured. Notice we just had a next agriculture firm get down. I just read the article for you, right? Now let me tell y'all the secret. Let me read the rest of this. Then I'm going to tell you. CRAs are virtual financial instruments in Brazil. They bundle expected future payments such as loan repayments and trade receivables into securities and investors, right? Excuse me, such as securities into securities for investors. Excuse me. These assets are widely used to fund agriculture products and exports, contributing over 20% to Brazil's GDP. By issuing CRAs on chain, Verge is introducing greater transparency, traceability, and efficiency into one of the country's most important economic pillars. Now, let me big screen this. You notice how you keep on hearing agriculture and XRP, agriculture and XRP. And you see countries with their companies that's in them having the green light and getting down with the program of tokenization. Dare I say it? This is involving weed, people. This is involving the tokenization of weed. Smokey from Friday Puff Puff gives. And it's also dealing with the traceability, where they will track it, each package. Yeah, you think they're talking about just fruits and vegetables? Okay. Remember, you heard it here first. Call me a stalker all you want. I've researched it. I've seen it. XRP and the marijuana industry. Y'all have no idea what's coming down the pipeline. But you know what? Come on, Joel Benjamin 528. You making this shit up! Gosh damn, that's why I can't watch you for long. MC Spookism. You always coming with some spooky shit. Am I? I never showed y'all receipts before. Okay. Ripple XRP and the cannabis industry. A potential solution to banking challenges. Woosah. Let me calm down. This is what's going on under y'all noses. All of y'all that think y'all just gonna be slaying them things on the side, that's about to be dead. You better come up with a business or a non-for-profit so you could secretly ease on by the red tape and get up. I'm giving out too much alpha. I shouldn't even tell y'all that part. Delete that. Forget I even said it. Let's go back. The cannabis industry, while experiencing rapid growth, faced significant banking challenges due to the federal I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied words right now. Illegality of marijuana in the United States. So the problem is you have all these legalized dispensaries, but they're not able to work with the banks and do everything else like they want to, and that's causing a problem. So this creates difficulty for cannabis businesses to access traditional financial services, forcing many to operate on cash-only basis. This is where cryptocurrencies like XRP, the native cryptocurrency of the XRP ledger developed by Ripple Labs, present potential solutions. How XRP and blockchain technology can help the cannabis industry overcoming traditional banking traditional banking limitations. The XRP ledger's decentralized nature and focus on speed and efficiency on cross-border payments make it a potential alternative for cannabis businesses to receive payment and manage finances. Increase transparency and security. See, that's the main important one they all care about. Transparency and security. The transparency and immutability of blockchain technology used by XRP can aid in tracking cannabis products from seed to sale. Y'all still playing with me? Y'all still playing with me? These motherfuckers want to track the seed. The little seed. They're going to be able to track the seed. Because they're going to tokenize it on the XRP ledger. They're going to know if you grow the seed, who had the seed, who's in control of that seed. Is it just me? This is not important to y'all? Or is it just bullshit? The seed! From seed to sale! They're not playing! That's why people are saying this is the beast system. Mark of the beast type shit. Potentially improving regulatory compliance and reducing the risk associated with illicit market activities. Potential for reducing costs. XRP transactions over low fees compared to traditional cross-border payment method potentially benefits cannabis business that often face high costs due to bank restrictions. And of course, we're dealing with the cross-border payments. That's when you really start dealing with moving that weight overseas back and forth. Oh yeah, we're going to track that too. Yeah. What you bringing in? What you taking out? What country did this land in? Where we going with this? When you get time, y'all can read this. I show y'all the keywords to put in to get it and pull it up yourselves. Okay? All right? Let me show you a little article here and there. Okay? Another benefit of using Ripple cross-border payments is improved transparency. You notice everything they keep saying is this transparency. The Ripple network provides real-time tracking of transactions, giving users full visibility over the status of their funds. This level of transparency is practically important for businesses as it helps to reduce the risk of fraud and ensure that the payments are processed smoothly. This article, all right here, is talking about the benefits of using Ripple for cross-border payments. We want to track everything, and we need to know that we can trust you. Okay? Mind you, this article right here, March 5th, 2024. Reject all. Get out of here. Okay? You see the name of the article? Navigating the hazy landscape, challenges and solutions in cannabis payment processing. And here, this article, they're talking about Ripple and XRP. So you see, people, What more do y'all want, people? How much more proof I gotta give y'all? How much of the source do I have to be? Okay? To show y'all. This is the thing that's going on. And you have a lot of these people that's regular degular in the cannabis industry don't even know this is happening. And they're about to be outsourced. Okay? Now let's go back to Brazil. Digital Pound Foundation, right? We know the Digital Pound Foundation is in deep with Ripple XRP. Brazil, Drex, DREX, unveiling the central bank digital real CBDC. Brazil look to have a central bank digital currency. This was published August 8th, 2023. Now you see all this, when you get chance, you read the article. It's saying a lot about nothing. When you read this whole article. This is why I say it's saying a lot about nothing. Because in this article, when you read through it in detail, they mention nothing about Ripple XRP. Let me show you why that's a problem. Let's type in Ripple Brazil CBDC. Ripple is involved with Brazil's central bank digital currency CBDC project known as Drex by providing a private CBDC platform built on its XRP technology. But there ain't no movement going on the XRP ledger, right? There's movement. You're just not seeing it. You don't know where to look. Okay? That's why, again, I put y'all on. Those who haven't gotten this already, contact cryptoprolife@gmail.com and tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. There's certain coins that you get on there that when you have the coins, it's giving you XRP. And I don't care how much search and Google you look up, you're not even going to find it. They are keeping this stuff such a secret. There's coins that you have on it. When you hold it, they give you XRP, and other coins that you have, they give you for that other extra coin that gives back more XRP, and so on, so on. An infinity loop, an infinity cycle, an infinity gumball machine. You keep cranking and it keeps giving, and you keep cranking and you keep giving. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm going to see some of y'all twerking like strippers in Sin City when that XRP money start raining down on you. Y'all ain't going to know what to do. Y'all better contact, if y'all haven't got it by now, shame on you. Contact cryptoprolife@gmail.com and make sure you tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. That's how you get your discount. Some of y'all don't want to do that. And then you just will have to pay way more. Y'all don't want to give me the credit. Yeah, that's all. Y'all don't want to give me the credit. Y'all better contact cryptoprolife@gmail.com and get that latest course. They've been on fire since January. Okay? Stoner Feud Game Show says, makes a lot of sense because all of the dispensaries are steps away from the bank. That's strategically placed because they have no choice. Oh, no, go to your bank account and take out the cash. Or they may have an ATM up in there charging you $3 to take out money. Sad, sad, and sad. Okay? Tom says, Endgame is to use tokens in all aspects of our daily lives, buying goods, service, homes, and payments in tokens. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Tracy Natural says, Brother Joel, we appreciate your hard work, expertise, and your sharing so much with us. You're very much welcome. See, people don't have time to dig this up. They don't have time. Lester says, but we can avoid being tracked by using the DEX, right? Yes and no. It's only a limited amount for you not to be tracked through the DEX, because even after you use the DEX, you still have to take that asset and bring it into the real world asset arena. Okay? Now, in certain DEX, you could stake and receive those residuals, and then you could avoid. But even after you get those residuals, you still got to take it out from the DEX and bring it into the real world to spend and do what you need to do. Chris says, only if you don't KYC, not only if you don't use KYC platforms. That's not true, Chris. It used to be. It used to be. But that's not the case anymore. That's why they're coming up with new shit now. I'm storing a few, put the fire and the dragon. Yeah. I had to do the dragon's breath. I had to. Yes, Chris, you got to email them. CryptoProLife@gmail.com. Just tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you and get their latest course. Some of y'all are missing out and leaving money on the table. Hell, just on their collectibles alone. They doing big things. Oh, okay. Thanks for the correction. You're welcome. Botanica, bro. Mr. Benjamin, what is your opinion on Neocoin? I don't mess. I've been watching Neocoin. If I'm not mistaken, you can stake Neocoin. It's all right, but I don't want all right. I want great. Let me show y'all something. Let me pull it up for you since you mentioned that. I'm gonna give y'all wanna y'all full? Cause I'm at the hour. Gosh damn, I'm at the hour 48-minute mark. Y'all full? I can stop cooking. Y'all don't need more food, right? Because I was about to show y'all something else to really help benefit y'all. But y'all don't want that, right? Y'all don't want that, right? I doubt it. Yeah, y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that. Let me know if y'all want it. I'll give it to you. Let me know if y'all want it. I'll give it to you. Let me see y'all type up in there. There's enough of y'all in here. Type up if y'all want it. Type up if y'all want it. If y'all want that, sauce, let me know now, or forever hold your peace. I'm gonna show you one that you need to get into, that you should get into. I might give you two. Okay? I'm going to show you the deals that they're making, who's involved with who. And by the time I'm done showing you this, let me pull up this information. Let me see. People is typing, we hungry, feed us. Keep cooking. Okay. Alrighty then. Let me cook. Let me go into this particular cryptocurrency, because I see you talking about Neo. I'm going to show you something way better. Matter of fact, before I do that, watch this, because this is important. I'm going to show this video again. I showed it before, one of the last live streams, but I got to show this video again. Let me share my screen once again so y'all see what I see. Watch this, people. Watch this. And let me know if the video is echoing. But a matter of fact, I'll fix the echo. I'm going to fix the echo. I'm going to go into the video files just for you. I want y'all to listen to this. Because, yeah, I could say, damn, Joel Benjamin 528. You dick surfer. You're not even dick, right? You dick surfer XRP tonight. Okay. That's all right. Y'all going to get this work, though.
Here's the information, the clarification that I'm getting on the $6 trillion market cap of XRP. I have a high-level, the high-level financial.
We're going to do this again. We're going to do this again. These are the ills of going live, people. These are the ills of going live. I want the audio to play. Did y'all even hear it just now? Maybe y'all could hear it on y'all end. If so, please let me know.
And this person knows how it works, and I.
Mercury retrograde. Let's see if we hear it. Try it again.
Here's the information, the clarification that I'm getting on the $6 trillion market cap of XRP. I have a source who is
Can y'all hear this?
Can
y'all hear it?
The high-level financial system of the world, and this person knows how it works, and I know he knows how it works because I asked him about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts. And if somebody really knows how the real financial system works, they know the real story about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts, and can speak authoritatively on that. And I'm not going to get into the details here, but this guy knows that, and I've vetted him as a very good source. What he's saying is that indeed the market cap of XRP is considerably higher than what we see on the exchanges. But the $6 trillion mark, he says, that may not be in the market cap yet. It may not actually yet be invested into XRP. He says what they're doing is all the big banking system, people in the banking system and the big financial players know that XRP is going to be one of the foundations of the new financial system. So they've got this money standing by in what he calls a slush fund. So they've got it there, it's on the sidelines, and they're going to pump it into XRP at some point. You will see, according to him, not investment advice, but my source says, that you'll see XRP one day soon gap up like $9 above, really high, just like that. And a lot of the holders will say, that's such a great gain, like it's unsustainable, that level of a parabolic run, that people will take their money out, and then something will happen and they'll get locked out, and then this big money fund will come in, the $6 trillion, and they'll buy it all up, and it'll go up so high then that you'll be locked out. So his advice was to hold your XRP. I don't talk about whether or not I have any investments in any of this. I don't give investment advice. I'm just a reporter. I'm just getting information and disseminating it.
Did you guys hear that? Gapping up overnight. You know, it sounds very similar to what David Schwartz mentioned all those years ago. XRP has to go up very, very quickly. If it went up steadily and smoothly, too many people would buy up. They would affect the price. So what could this mean for XRP holders moving forward? Guys, could we wake up one day and boom, just like that, see an XRP worth $9, you know, starting at $3.50, and then overnight waking up realizing we've pretty much almost tripled our portfolio value. It's an interesting theory. Again, I want...
Okay, people. For some reason, y'all could hear it, but I couldn't hear it on my end. It's normally the other way around. But I know what the video said. Blase, blase. Yeah, so something big is happening and coming with XRP, right? But we know this. I'm just giving you more insight to what's going on an everyday level that you're not paying attention to, that they're pretty much hiding from you. You have a lot of companies that's making these strategic moves with XRP. Now, let me go to my Twitter account, aka X account. They don't understand what I say on Twitter. Mm-hmm. 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 Saying, mm-hmm. 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 Let me share my screen with you. But we retweeting you right away. Breaking. Bank of America just went all in with Ripple and RLUSD. They've been all in with Ripple and XRP. But I guess we got to add RLUSD since there's a new kid on the block. Bank of America is teaming up with Ripple to use RLUSD for international transactions. Remember, they look to do it with the XRP for international transactions. Now they're letting you know that they're using XRP. They let you know they was using XRP for international transaction. Now they're letting you know they're using RLUSD as well. So let's go to Joel Benjamin 528 on Twitter. I put it all there for you. So you was talking about Neo, right? See this right here, V-Chain? Y'all don't want this work. Yo, I don't burn no food over here, you know. I cook good food, you know, with some good West Indian seasoning, you know. I don't play that, you know. Franklin Templeton partners with V-Chain to introduce a platform, Benji, for tokenized enterprise payments. How long ago I told y'all to get V-Chain and also get VTHO, which is the fuel for V-Chain. Anybody who's watching me right now that have been watching me for the longest, type in, if I didn't tell you since over 4 years ago to get V-Chain, because Crypto Pro Life had it on there, stay having it on there, and they told you to get VTHO. Please type it in. Come on, don't make me be like those new age streamers. Please come on. Please chat. Answer me, chat. Am I right, chat? I'm gonna just start calling y'all chat for sure. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get this work. Be easy. I got y'all. Y'all know I don't just tell y'all something and leave y'all in the wilderness. Oh, come on, man. Let me just type in the regular name for the token, VET. There we go. Should have done. Oh, damn. I left out the E. That's why. VeChain, VeChain. This is VeChain, people. This is the 7-day. So it's down 9.29 in the 7-day. This is the 1-day. It's up 1.25%. But let's see what the 1 month have to offer. 29.9% in 1 month. Let's look at the 1 year. 1 year, it's down 7.4. So you see, it made a big jump in 2012, December 3rd of 2024 to 7 cents. Where now it went down to 1 cent a few days ago. And now it's jumped back up to 2 cents, almost 3 cents, right? Now, 1 year ago, it went back to the price or a little lower in the 2 cent range from 1 year ago. The all-time high in 2021 was 23 cents. Okay? That's April 16th, 2021. It was 23 cents. You have the opportunity to get VeChain. This is not financial advice. You got opportunity to get the VeChain at 2 cents. And for all those people that's fashion designer and into fashion and clothing and whatnot, I remember talking to a chick I worked with. We was in the center, and she does the fashion shows and, teaching the children fashion and clothing and everything. And I told her, yo, get VeChain. She had VeChain. She sold it, right? Didn't listen. VeChain starts spiking. At one point, you was able to get VeChain when it fell under a penny. Damn, they don't have it here when it fell under a penny in 2023. But it had fell briefly, real briefly under a penny. Okay? And then it was moving for a penny for a while. Okay? Spiked up, like we said, to 6-7 cents in 2024. And then it's going here. VeChain is the way to go, people. You think this is light news right here? Them teaming up with Franklin Templeton to introduce the platform Benji? Huh? You think that's light news? Let me help you all out, where y'all could get some serious help. And this was on Crypto Pro Life. VeTho. Let me help y'all out. Because some of y'all going to be stuck on stupid like y'all don't understand what I'm showing y'all. This is the fuel for VeChain. Okay, the all-time high was quite back in 2018 at 3 cents. Dropped down, went up, still under a penny, went up to a penny in 2021, and just kept going. Now, I want to repeat, this is the fuel. Look, about. VeTho token is one of the 2 tokens employed by the VeChain Thor public blockchain. VeChain was initially launched in 2015, but it went through a heavy rebranding process in 2018. While VeChain token, VET, V-E-T, is the native token for the platform, VeTho token, VTHO, VeTho, plays an essential role in the overall functionality of the blockchain. VeTho, I'm going to read it again. VeThor token, VeThor, plays an essential role in overall functionality of the blockchain. So meaning when this deal goes through, which it already has, not when it goes through, excuse me, when it's already went through and it's on and popping and this shit goes parabolic, VeThor, aka the ticker symbol VTHO, VeThor is going to go parabolic too. Neo is a good coin. It's all right. It's all right. But VeChain and VeThor, that and VeThor is way better. But what the hell do I know? Not financial advice, by the way. And what is it? Under a penny. How down is it from its all-time high? 94.42%. This is what it did in the 1 year. Negative 1572. This is what it did in the 1 month. 16.63. And it went down a little bit in the 7 days. Do I need to tell you get VeThor? Yeah. You hear them talk about VeChain. You very rarely hear them talk about VeThor. And this is the one that's going to be the kicker. Good old VeThor. Let's see, any news? No news on it. Okay. Moving on. Breaking news. Wells Fargo rolls out XRP power cross-border payments across 22 countries. Remember, the 4 biggest banks in America is Chase, Citi, Bank, the Bank of America, Wells Fargo. So Chase Bank, Citibank, Bank of America Bank, Wells Fargo Bank. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Yep. VeChain and VeThor. That's right, Chris. VeChain and VeThor. That's right. Peace. Any news on XDC? Oh, I got news on XDC for you. In case you don't know, XDC was given the green light under King Charles. Okay? In case y'all don't know. He, how you say, blessed XDC. This is what's going on behind the scenes that y'all don't know about. Okay? You see how hard it is to get XDC? Okay? You see how hard it is? Let me pull this up for you. And it's going to be hard to find the news. And mind you, this was done since like around 2024. Let me see. Hold on. Just so y'all could see. King Charles Royal Palaces. King Charles Royal Palace go green on his first year as the king. Solar panel castles and biofuel potential. King Charles Royal Palace goes green. Remember when that came out? So everything is going green, and he's looking to deal with AI as well. Now, right here, XDC is up 56% in the past 7 days. Mind you, this will happen 2 years ago. All right. Essentially, the King of England gave 80% of the world the green light to digitize their trade documents as NFTs and trade them on the XDC. Let me just open this up for you. This is on Reddit. Now, you think this would have been even way bigger news. There's a few articles, and I talked about this already, but this is by far the biggest thing. Okay? It's because people are now FOMOing in XDC, and it's not easy to get XDC. Look, one person said XDC doesn't seem to be listed on Coinbase and Binance. Why? This is one of the next huge tokens, and they're heavily integrated partnership with Ripple XRP, by the way. They're all together. XDC is an ISO 20022 token. Did we forget about that? You have to go quite on Reddit to find this. And I'm trying to find the articles, right? I've been trying to go back. Thank God I did a live stream on it. I can't even find the article of where he did it anymore. Look what happened when you click news. Ready for this? Womp, womp, womp. That just goes to show you. So if you don't know how to put in the proper Google search, now you got people where their videos show up. See? UK bills give regulators the power to supervise crypto and stable coins was approved by King Charles Thursday, marking the last forum, the June 29, 2023. They were speaking about this. I also made a video about this. The brand crypto list, HYXC, okay. So you see, it's not easy finding stuff on this, but it happened. Let's just type in XDC King Charles. Let's see news. Wow. Wow. You can't make this up. They're suppressing the information. Breaking. King Charles signs off on the electric trading document bill. Why is there only one article coming up on this? People, I'm just the messenger. You see this? And they're doing it through XDC. I just read it for you. Look. Based on your query, watch this, and the provided search results, it seems your interest in information about King Charles III and potentially the XDC cryptocurrency. Here's a summary of King Charles III. King Charles is the current king. All this, mind you, they know what I'm looking for. All this, up to now, still waiting for them to talk about XDC. Oh, here we go. Finally, at the last portion regarding XDC, it refers to the XDC network and blockchain network focusing on distributed ledger technology, particularly for trade finance applications. It is known for its speed, scalability, low fees, and security features. Where's the article and the information with its connection with it? You see what I'm talking about? They let me know, hey, yeah, you're looking for this and that. And they gaslight me to read this whole thing. They would have wanted me to read this whole thing just to end up saying, well, this is what XDC is. If this is not proving they're keeping you out the loop, I don't know what is. Okay? Look. The most you're getting is the one from Trade Finance Global. When you start dealing with the XFin Network, XDC, you are going into deep waters that they don't want you to know exists. XDC, look, this is May 30th, 2024. XDC Network partners with Bitso Business. That's a big deal. You are hardly going to find information on XDC. That's why when I do get the information, where it's actually from the news, look, this is Pix 11. This is Pix 11. News, New York. They're talking about XDC Networks partners with Bitso Business to power cross-border payments from U.S. to Mexico. Hello? They do not want you to know about this news. They're looking to keep you out the loop. Why, when we go up to here and we deal with it, we only find and we press news one article? One? You know how insulting that is? Okay? One article, and this is a big deal. And they kept this so hush-hush. See? So you can't say you ain't know. And he gave XDC the blessing. When you get a chance to go check it out, it's on Trade Financial Global. Okay? Any other question? No news about XDC at all. One or two people on YouTube that is. Yeah. You don't even see a lot of people talking about it. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. It's at 9 cents right now. Currently with a $1.46 billion market cap. Let's jump to all-time highs. August 20th, 2021, 18 cents. Wow. And we go here. You see how it fluctuates? Remember, I was telling y'all to buy some at $2. $2, excuse me, 2 cents. Y'all ain't listen. Y'all let all this time go by. It jumped up in January 2025 to 14 cents. Did a retracement. Went down to 5 cents. Anybody that buy this dip, you're good. Now it went to 9 cents. And you still have time to get in. Look. Wait a minute. Hold on. Markets. The majority is exchanges that we in America are not even able to get in. Where you could buy XDC. Just to show you. Just to show you. Because some of y'all would think I'm bull jiving you. But yet, this coin is moving. How is that possible? How is that possible, people? In fact, let's go to the news. There we go. XDC Network concludes integration with Utila, enabling institutional access. XDC partners with Bitso. Well, y'all know that. Notice all this type of news 1 month ago, two months ago. All right. They're not XDC Network unlocks omni-chain. I remember with this. This is with dealing with layer 0. Y'all know about layer 0. Y'all should know. I already spoke to y'all on that, not getting into it again. This is from 2 months ago. This is one of the best kept secret. This, if I was to compare this, I would compare this to the UK version of XRP. Okay? The only place that I know in America that you're able to get it is Uphold. And I don't even think you're able to take it off of Uphold. Am I correct? Anybody got Uphold? Am I right? Are you able to transfer XDC off of Uphold? Anybody? Because I know they have it, but you're not able to take it off. And if we live here in New York, how are we getting it for our New Yorkers? We don't have access to Uphold either. I'm just saying. Any other questions before I move on? Let me see. Yes, you see, I was right. It's on Uphold. Wait. Uphold has it. Yes, okay. You see, but could you take it off of there? Oh, you could take it off now, Moti. You sure about that? I don't know if you could get it in Canada. You might have to go through a DEX, Lester. It might have to be a DEX you're going to have to go through to take it off. John Bridge say yes. Okay. Before you wasn't able to take XDC off. Now you're able to. Good. And remember the network XDC is dealing with, right? The crypto bank. What's the crypto bank, people? I'm giving y'all too much alpha today. Globion's exchange token. Globion's is very unique because they deal with CEX, SEX, which is means centralized exchange. And they also deal with DEX, which is DEX, which is a decentralized exchange. Globion's, look, 8 zeros away from a penny. This is the next one. Crypto Pro Life. Stay saying. Get up on. This is a crypto. I went into this, did a whole live stream on this. Globion's is a fintech platform with a centralized exchange, banking services, payment gateways, stable coins, and a decentralized marketplace. It offers fully regulated services for corporate and retail customers in several countries on 5 continents, integrating crypto solutions into traditional banking system. This is a crypto bank, people. I already showed y'all this, broke down with this, and this crypto ain't even so easy to get. Yeah, GBEX. See the contract? What network is it on? Explorers XDC network. But what the hell do I know? I'm talking too much. I'm sorry, people. I'm talking too much. Are you still able to get into your Globion's account? Because I can't. That's because Globion's is now on V4, V3 or V4, I think. So you already had to do the new migrate your account over. All right. That's why they have the US one. And you know what? Ugh. Gosh, let me just show y'all. Globion's. Me talking about it ain't doing no justice. Globion's. Look at this. Staking. Globion's USA. The DEX. The exchange. Sign in. Let's just hit globion's.com. Let me show you something. Remember, I gave y'all the code, the info, where y'all could have had your Globion stake and collect interest. Yeah. And then they blocked the US customers out from staking the Globions. Remember that? Yeah. Remember those days? And then I found y'all a loophole on how to download the app? Yeah, to get around that. So this is Globiance. Okay, this is Globiance here for you. And when you go, let me see, log in. You see, they have the European Union, the CIS, Africa, global. That means all the other little countries around, right? That they scraping up. Australia, Latam. That make it where they have their own ones. Look, you're not even seeing the US one on here no more. That's crazy. Matter of fact, that's diabolical work. Hold on. Globiance USA. Damn. I had to literally type in USA to get on the USA one. Globiance USA. Trade, invest, stake now on Globiance. See? You see? This is dealing with XDC. And again, they have connections with XRP. I remember they was limiting you not too long ago for staking. Now everything done freed up. Trump is in there. So, yeah, moving on. Any other questions? AI confirm SHX will be moving 90% of ACH payments by November. That's only 80 trillion annually. That's good. Yes, stronghold. SHX is the crypto stronghold, and it's dealing on the Stellar network. Let me show you. These are the cryptos that's making wave, people. You see how I know it by heart? I do this. SHX. Stronghold. Told you so. Okay? All-time high was in 2021 at 3 cents. It's currently at 2 cents. What network is it on? You got it on Ethereum and, hold on, and Stellar. Wait a minute. See? They're on 2 chains. Started here with Stellar. Now they're also on Ethereum. Moving on. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have a lot of GBEX. Now is the time to buy. They blocked my GBEX app. Yeah, womp womp. That happens. But there's a way now. You could log on, and then when you sign on, you'll be up in there. Hopefully you staked it. If you didn't, you missed out big time. I still know how to buy GBEX though, Globiance, on the Decent wallet. Yes. But you can't stake it on your Decent wallet. But now they opened it up. So you're good. NDAs obviously expire. Yes, that's true. Lonzo, that is true. That the NDAs starts to expire, so now they're opening up everything. Anything else? Okay, I've been here 2 hours and 30 minutes. I gave y'all some serious alpha for today. Y'all belly should be full for at least a month just off of this live stream. Salute to international audience. Salute to domestic. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. About to go with the child. She love herself some Target. And bunch of other stuff me and little Miss Benjamin have to do. So salute to the international audience, salute to the domestic, salute to my Twitter audience, salute to my Discord audience, by the way. Y'all could follow me on Discord, Joel Benjamin 528. Salute to my Rumble audience and my YouTube audience. I am the source. Peace.